Welcome everyone. This is one of the first interviews I'm going to do for the all the EMEA representatives for this set 10 words, and here we are. Here I am with Volta. How are you doing, Volta?
Hello everyone. So I'm back from Berlin right now, where I did 20th place, but all good. That was just a tournament, and we have a lot of tries.
I think we are really proud of you as a EMEA representative, as you did your fourth. Your fourth Worlds, right? You played. This is the fourth Worlds you played, and you
Yep.
are the second person to do that feat, to complete that feat. How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of happy about it, but I need to take more. I mean, going on the 20th place is not a good performance, even if I think I played most of my game as best as I could. But right now, my goal is to get more world finals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you had quite some quite rough games at the start, and I think you can be proud. But if you could, if you had to take something from these worlds, from these set 10 worlds, what would it be? Like, is there any lesson you have learned from these worlds?
From the words, I don't think I learned something, but in general, I struggled a bit around set 7 and set 8. That was, I think, my worst sets in terms of performance. I think I learned how to play not flexible. Sometimes you have to just force the most broken composition at any point. And
Like,
it's a bit hard to take when you know someone who can play everything has to outforce like 2 or 3 company.
like this set, like this patch, this last patch for worlds was about 3 rerolls and 1 level 8 comp, which was Herstil. And yeah, you either have to play Seraphine, Senna, Katarina. I don't remember if there's any more reroll at the moment, but those
I mean,
were the most strong ones for sure.
if you take my example, I had like 12 points over 4 games on the start of EMEA. And I just decided to force the most broken comp. I did 4 games of Riven, 4 games of Flex ID Steel, and I qualified to EMEA finals like that.
Yeah, now I
And I was
remember.
like 12 points late on everyone.
Yeah, when I was watching the EMEA finals, I saw you had like three rough games at the start, right? As you said, and then you started
For-
popping off, and you just qualified from those games. Like, it was insane because you had like 7, 8, 6 or something like that, and just went first, the second. Yeah, it was a really good run to get to the finals. And how did it feel to get to another finals? When you reach the EMEA finals, you have done it at least 6 times, if I recall correctly. Like, do you feel nervous? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel relaxed? How do you feel when you reach these type of crucial moments?
I mean, the final, it's not my first final, so I don't really feel a lot of pressure. I think in the TFT scene, I might be the most stable player in terms of mental, I guess. I'm just some questions like, am I really right to be there? Am I not a fraud?
Like, so many people still think, after all the accomplishments you did, that your gameplay could be questionable, or maybe are quite skeptic on the way you play the game, or some things you kind of do differently from other players. And yeah, I don't really understand why does this happen still, because you had really good results during your whole career as a TFT player.
I mean, there is like a legend around me saying I have more luck than anyone, but some people take it way too much in reality.
Hey, what do you have to say about these people? Like, do you feel do you even care? Like, do you just
I mean, it's just average Twitch chat. Huh? If they cannot get out of platinum, it's not my problem.
That's right. I mean, that's the attitude. You just play your game, do your thing, and keep doing your great work. The Sanglier lore work on your Twitch channel from someone who doesn't even know, me myself included.
I mean, you don't need to know. Just trust the bro and chat with him.
Okay, you just embrace it and follow the lore and the memes.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. And yeah, I wanted to ask you from your beginnings as a TFT player. Like, I think you played WoW before playing TFT, like a lot of years ago, I guess. And yeah, I wanted to ask you, how did you learn, and when did you learn to play TFT?
Started playing TFT literally at the release of beta. At this time, I was kind of bored of WoW, and I was in the need of a new game. But I almost already tried everything, and the concept it was a new concept of game, so I really liked it. The problem was there was almost no competition of TFT for almost 1 year.
The beginning was really rough until Sec 6, if I remember, when Rising Legends implemented the new circuit, and yeah, we had the GSC's format, open qualifiers, and those tourneys.
In France, the competition happened a little before
Before, yeah.
because of influencers like Sean, I'm so fresh. So
Was it like
that's
Ken
why
and
we
Cap?
were ahead on everyone, I guess. As well.
When those tourneys, when did those tourneys start? Like
S-
Ken and Cap, or was it like also?
some of
There was
them
another
started
one.
on set one, literally, but it was a bit more consistent on set three.
Okay. And from did you learn from someone especially, like, did you watch some streams at the beginning? Did you start at the
I
very
was watching
beginning?
some French streamer. Yes, at the start it was Toon TV, JPL, and I'm so fresh.
Do you think those learnings are key to the fact that you have reached in such a short time a good level at playing TFT?
From my POV, I don't think it was really learning. I mean, I did adapt quite well, but it's always fun to interact with others because when I watch a stream, I like playing as well, so I snipe them.
Yeah, I feel like the snipe thing was quite popular back then on the first sets, even in the Spanish community. But it's kind of not really done like not that much on these last sets. I'm at least in the Spanish community, it was really popular back then. When, for example, like a Wonder was getting sniped constantly by Spanish players. But yeah, it was a fun time back
I
then.
mean, right now there is competition, so
Hmm.
you have, I think, reason to try to get better and not just have fun.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so coming back to the competitive, um, would you say that something has changed this year or last years from last participations in Worlds or to this one? Like, do you think you have changed anything to improve? As you said, you learn to force comps, but is there anything like in the mindset aspect or performance that you changed?
I don't think I changed anything. To be honest, the problem is set with me. I think it was just the chosen mechanic. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't.
Hmm.
Like I had a Riven game where I went 8th. I had literally spot. Anyone could just hit chosen Riven at the start and go first place instantly. Just I didn't hit chosen Riven and went 8th in 70 goals.
Yeah, it's like really good result or worst result ever. The chosen mechanic is really gamble in that sense when you can't get the specific one you are looking for. That's really true. Also, I wanted to ask you from about the prep you had from EMEA finals to Worlds. It was only 1 week. Do you think this is a good prep for a Worlds finals, or just the worst the whole thing of playing at Worlds?
As I mean, it was not really 1 week since Murdoch and this team knows that there is a lot of tournament on last patch, so they try to stabilize it before, and for like 2 or 3 patch, like nothing changed. And from 14.3 to 14.4, it was 99% the same patch. So everyone could just get the patch and learn it.
Agree on that. And I also wanted to ask you about the national circuits. Like, do you feel the national circuits can significantly improve the level of a country? Like, let's say in France in specific, you have a really good circuit because there is a lot of players who can do really well and like pop off, and like there's competition, and there's then therefore there's like an improvement overall as a country. But for example, let's take a smaller country like Czech Republic or Spain, where there's um, a smaller circuit where you don't get that much really good practice. Do you think that if there's for example in Spain, there's a really huge number of really good players who can compete for the title, Spain would be much more good country as a TFT, yeah, as TFT?
I don't think the problem comes from being a smaller country or not. It's just that it is the best player in the country who boosts others. So if your top player is like average, I don't know, 30 place from all the Europe players, it's not gonna have a great impact on others. While in France, we have like 5 of the top 10 players. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah, like I understand it because, like as you said, Double, for example, was the world champ back in set 3, So like that was a huge boost for the French community. So I feel I agree on that. I agree with you. It has to be in a consequence of that. I agree with
So
that.
I think for Spain to get better, there's just someone who needs to take that role and plays better than anyone.
Agree. Completely agree.
And the stream as well, but that's another story.
Okay. Now talking about or continuing to talk about TFT as an esport. Do you think if I had to ask you right now, and you would have to bet if yes or not, would you say that TFT has a bright future as an esport?
Yes, it can just go higher and higher. I mean, Riot understood that the TFT was becoming a better tier game, so they did invest more than other games. I think the budget for TFT, I mean, it's not close to Valorant or the League of Legends, but it goes up every year, even every set.
Yeah, even League of Legends had to start little by little and to eventually become the game or the esport that it's right now. So maybe it's just a question of time, and yeah, time will tell, I guess. And there was I think I wanted to ask you about mindset or performance when you reach tourneys. Do you feel, or not even tourneys, but on a daily basis when you play games, when you reach that level where you are tilted, or maybe you don't hit as, or you are just low rolling so much, how do you think you avoid tilting and playing for improving instead of playing in autopilot or just reaching a certain LP or top?
If that's in tournament, I just say fuck it. I'm forcing the most broken comp every time if I'm behind, and if it's either I don't care at all. I mean, when I play, I'm streaming as well. Just as I say, faster the eighth, faster the yard. Huh?
Completely true. Okay. And to end, I wanted to ask you, like, are you going to attend the next month LAN on Leipzig, the Cactus LAN?
No, I won't do it.
Okay. Hope
I'm not even sure I'm doing the French LAN, so I'm sure I want to go to Leipzig.
Okay. Hope we get to see you on any other lands soon if they are going to announce any of them. And yeah, thank you for
Mm,
the thank you for the interview.